We don't know what really happened. So we have no idea how he got out of the house, how he got into the pond, how long he was in the pond, none of that. I just wanted to talk about my grandson, Mikey, and the accident that he had on January 14th of 2022. Mikey was being babysat by his dad's niece. They had a man-made fish pond. And it was rather big, pretty deep. Somehow, some way, he got outside into their backyard and somehow he slipped and fell in. We have no idea how long he was in the fish pond. Eventually he was found. The babysitter pulled him out of the pond, or tried her best to pull him out of the pond, got some help. CPR was administered until paramedics could get there. He had gone into cardiac arrest. He was hypothermic. They tried for 45 minutes to get a pulse before they transported him to Providence Hospital. When he arrived, he was at about 20 degrees. And they had him intubated, and it was awful and terrible. We didn't think he was going to make it. For the first 72 hours, Mikey was in critical condition. He was in an induced coma, so that his body wasn't working too hard. He was unconscious for about a week. He was on a ventilator for, it felt like forever. He spent 3 months in Children's Hospital, and it was awful to see his little lifeless body. It was by far the worst thing that we've ever experienced as a family. He was released in March from Children's Hospital because he had plateaued there for the amount of care that they could give him. He ended up with a condition called dystonia. If you don't know what it is it looks like a Charlie horse, but in his whole entire body. That condition was discovered while he was in the hospital. The spasms are what they're called. It would come and go in like a contraction form, and to the point where his body was completely distorted. And I mean distorted, like his little back was in like a U shape. He was in a lot of pain. And with all of that increased his heart rate. He had, high blood pressure. Like all of these things came out of his near drowning incident. He has a lot of brain damage. He didn't have a huge vocabulary because he's just turned 3 in August prior to the accident, but now he has none. He obviously can't walk, can't talk, can't feed himself. He's on a feeding tube. He goes to occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy. He has this little pump under his skin that delivers the medication baclofen. That's supposed to help with the dystonia, and it does. The problem with baclofen is it's like a muscle relaxant. We have tried reducing the amount of medication he takes through the pump, and what we found is that his dystonia just is still there, and no matter how much we go down, the spasms start to come back. So it's kind of playing like this fine balancing line so that we can build up his muscle strength so that at some point he can maybe walk again. He actually smiles now, which is amazing because for the longest time he didn't show emotion.
Say hi, Grandma. Say hi, Grandma. Hi.
That was really, really difficult because you never know what he's thinking or feeling. He's kind of like an infant trapped in this 3-year-old body. We are looking at hyperbaric oxygen therapy. It won't fix the parts of the brain that have been so severely damaged that they've died, but it can fix the parts of the brain that are inactive due to some of the trauma there. We're really hopeful because Mikey's 3, his brain is still developing, that this oxygen therapy could really help him. There's still a long way to go, and his life at this point is forever changed. And we don't know when he's going to plateau or if he's going to plateau. God forbid he doesn't. We want him back to normal. But he could plateau, and we don't know what that's going to look like for him and for his family. So, you know, we want to keep moving forward as best we can with him. We're trying to do whatever we can. We're trying to think of treatments that'll help him move forward and keep progressing because he is young.
We are seen, are you?